Hello everyone, welcome back to On Location. Today I'm soon to be on location at EMiloBeckPark. It's about 80 something acres, about 83 I think, and it is a pretty nice looking park, at least from pictures I've seen online, that shows scenic overlook right at the trailhead or the parking lot, and then takes you through a pretty nice looking prairie that the overlook is kind of looking over. And then I think there's a few wooded trails. So right now on the interstate I'm kind of stuck here in traffic. It's pretty backed up, but we're moving pretty steadily, I guess. But it's going to take me a while to get through this, and hopefully, I mean, it's just amazing that 6 miles away, but I'm at half an hour in terms of minutes away it takes to get there. But for now, I'm just going to make my way through here, and then we'll get to the photography here soon. So see you guys in a little bit. So it looks like at this park you can go cycling, walking, or people watching. So pretty nice little sign here at the trailhead. It gives you some mileage. As you can see, it's not too much, but yeah, it does look like it's about 2.5 miles total in length, and it shows you some kind of topographical features of the park. And then here's obviously the whole entire map. And so we are up here going all the way down. So I can't wait to see this overlook, because this is the first thing I think up here. It looks like it's a nice beautiful platform. So it's a much more like community park, as you can see, something that's much more simpler. Tons of robins everywhere, geez. But it takes you to this overlook, so can't wait to see this grand reveal here. Alright, so it looks like there's two different ways I can go. There's the wooded path down there, which sounds pretty nice, or there's the more developed bike path, which looks like it starts here and it kind of does this snake swirling down all the way to the grassland there. I think I'm going to go actually on the bike path to start, the paved part, just to check that out first. But I'm definitely obviously much more suited to do the more rugged, probably not that rugged, but you know, woodland trail down on the other side. But oh yeah, look at this. It's honestly pretty cool looking. But anyways, I'm gonna check this out first. I really don't know subject-wise what I'm gonna shoot today, because it's pretty cloudy lighting, as you can see. But I could definitely see a panorama or something at that overlook would be really, really cool, given the time of day. Probably sunset would be much more suited for that. Most times of year, I'm guessing, by the direction of it and the position. But I think I'm gonna, you know, hold off on that, probably not do that today for my visit here, since this is my first time too, and just merely check out the rest of the place and see really what has to offer, of course. But so you can see down here, so they got this winding bike path, and it takes you can kind of see that green path that goes to the little prairie there. I think with that sign all the way over there, it'd say fishing for residents only, but does that include birding? I don't know, but it looks like there's 3 mallards out there. Now I'm going along this pine tree stand. It looks like it goes clear out here. It's like a nice line actually through it. And then over here is just kind of like some sparser trees and woodlot kind of over out there. But it's gonna be some nice habitat because it's edge habitat, just with the prairie and then all these trees. Now that I'm in between this tree line, so you get a lot of birds flitting about, hopefully. But so far, you know, not too much going on. Relatively quiet as it gets to mid-morning here. But well, it might be in luck here actually. Looks like the clouds are actually starting to part ways just within minutes of me last saying that they probably wouldn't be. But that's just how it works with nature and outdoors, you know. It's always ever evolving, even throughout minute by minute, day by day, hour by hour. I mean, it's just like, it's interesting just seeing how the light unfolds on the landscape. So over here you can see where it's getting so much more blue, clear sky, and it's kind of casting some light on some of the bare trees and the sycamores over there, over on the tree line, the woodlands. So I could do like a farther telephoto landscape maybe with it. Not too sure yet, but and just with all the dense prairie, you know, just plants and stuff out here. I don't know, it's an idea, but it's pretty cool though. I bet during spring this place is probably, you know, pretty plentiful with indigo bunting, tree swallow, and eastern bluebird, just because of all the nest boxes erected all around this entire prairie here. Right now it's pretty quiet in that regard, obviously, because it's not nesting season, but you know, it could be pretty cool nonetheless, given the time of year. But yeah, but so far I'm really struggling to find a compelling subject to really get. Bird-wise, I heard a few blue jays, tons of robins and starlings, some, you know, titmice and chickadees, and see what maybe the light does over here. Like I said, I'm not too sure, but right now, you know, I'm not trying to get too hung up on any particular composition or potential image. Simply walking through everywhere, just seeing what it can offer, and maybe it could be something cool here for the visit here. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, and if I see anything or just anything to talk about, that is, then of course I will do that. All right, so just in luck here, actually right as I was done talking last, I found this probably pretty cool image. I think it's a potential image, definitely. Definitely one I'm going to take here, just because I think it's a nice contrast, given that, you know, most autumn and fall color obviously is far gone by now, but you got these few handful of leaves have a nice, really nice, beautiful kind of yellow orange look to them, of course, and it's a nice vertically driven shot, is what I'm going after, as you can see, just with all the other branches and everything around. There's a little bit of berries, red berries over here, that, you know, may show up in the frame. I'm not too sure. Actually, yeah, it looks like I actually got them out of there. So doing something with a more vertical image, shooting at a very wide aperture of f4, just so I can really get the depth of field and get that blurred out background, because I really don't want all these branches being a distraction here. As you can see, very small leaves here, but it's a nice little grouping of them, a nice collection, and I think that turned out to be a nice image here. And then I'm also shooting shutter speed of about 60th of a second, just because there's little to no wind going on, so I'm not really too concerned about getting that shutter speed, you know, jacked up way too high. As you can see, shooting with some stabilization in the form of a tripod, no filters, and then just pretty much shooting at a pretty far, you know, range here, at least more something that's more telephoto at least. So I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. I haven't taken the image yet, but actually we're getting some light over here to the right side of the frame here, so that may actually help kind of, you know, liven up, I guess, or, you know, give some more glow to these leaves here and some more color, and that can help, of course, as I dial in, you know, adjust my exposure too. So actually the sun just came out in a full burst of light, and I was photographing some of these milkweed pods and all the seed pods and everything that's like all the grassy plant matter that's here in the prairie. You know, just shooting handheld, having some fun with it at least. And ooh, I think this is this is the stream over here. Oh, cool. I like a nice little quiet creek or stream. Just a little bubbling kind of rapids and stuff. It's nothing too loud or crazy or impressive, but you know, it's nice, and it's very nice, very pretty. Let's see if I can get down here maybe and get a better view of it. Alright, so I made it down to the creek here. Looks like the wind's picking up just a little bit, ever so slightly. It's starting to have some sprinkles, I guess, in the air. and so I don't know if it's going to really pick up in intensity and, you know, turn the fall on rain. But I'm down here at the creek. It's pretty nice, actually. I really like it. Just one of those nice little shallow creek beds that flow through a lot of these kind of parks. I don't think I'm going to take an image though, just because, like I said, once again, the lighting's very, very flat, and just not really sure what to do with it, I guess. And something that doesn't feel like a retread of, you know, previous maybe creek or river or stream or something that I've done, you know, just at another location simply. And on this tree, you can see it has quite a bit of holes in it. I believe they're pileated woodpecker holes, just because they're really boxy and rectangular. But yeah, it looks like this tree really fell victim to them because they're just kind of wrapped around and all over it. It's pretty dead and decaying as well, so basically a widowmaker. And there's lots of beautiful, beautiful old growth sycamores, which makes sense since they're right next to the water here. Sycamores really do tolerate the water pretty well. Yeah, this little woodland trail is pretty nice too. It's relatively flat, so it's pretty accessible if that's an issue for some people. But you know, it's a nice little hike out here, I must say. I don't know how far it goes, but I'm going back. Alrighty, everyone. I think that's going to conclude my visit here to EMiloBeckPark. Pretty good. Like I said, overall, very impressed for given the size of it and just the location, right in the middle of the city of Springboro, Ohio. Just not really expecting, you know, a community park like this to, have some light. Just be like a place that'd be really cool like this. But actually, pretty impressed. So I'd give it 2 thumbs up. If you just want to make a short little, you know, morning, afternoon, evening hike, and just seeing what's out here. But I'm very impressed with the location. I'm probably gonna be done talking for now, but there's a couple more trails I want to check out here. And I will say I'm glad I checked out the observation deck first thing, because it looks like there's some maintenance workers working on it right now, right on top of it. So glad I got that out of the way. But yeah, just nice, like I said, prairie out here, as you can see. Looks like they're still mowing it as we speak. Nice little bike way and some woodland trails. So, and like I said, water features, so it kind of has a little bit of everything. Get different wildlife and cool landscapes, and probably flowers, I'd imagine, like I said, in spring and summer, and fall color, everything in between. So it's got a lot to offer. These little parks like this, you don't have to go really to like the wilderness if you don't want to or can't. You can find, you know, beautiful images anywhere. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. This has been EMiloBeckPark, and until next time, make sure to get out here. Thank you. Okay, I lied. So there's actually more to talk about this location. So we're not quite done yet, fortunately. So I actually found this reflection down here now that I dropped off near the stream, the creek here. And nice little reflection here. I just thought it'd be something, you know, just fun, abstract, I guess, to do shooting handheld. I got a circular polarizer filter on my camera lens here, and that allows me to get, you know, the reflections knocked out, and it drops at about a stop or two of light lower. So that means that I have to, you know, adjust my exposure, of course. I'm shooting at about f4 once again. I'm just keeping it real wide, just to get the nice, I guess, you know, depth of field, of course, in there. And then also shutter speed of about 400th of a second, since I am shooting handheld. And there's quite a lot of, you know, wind ripples, as you can see in the water there as well. And so I just want to kind of, you know, make those nice and still and not have them have so much motion blur, of course. This isn't exactly a long exposure image I'm going for, obviously, because I'd be using like something like a neutral density filter and a tripod to achieve that effect and that look. This is simply just something where I'm just shooting handheld, really just kind of maximizing the reflection of the tree branches right here, this kind of driftwood here in the water. And yeah, I think it's something kind of fun. Just kind of moving around my angles, not trying to shoot like the typical upright position, but also moving around, you know, kind of kneeling over, crouching around, and just seeing how high or low I can get to achieve a different result and a different look with it. Made it back. Here we are. Not bad. That was just a big hill. I wasn't expecting that because I thought this place was mostly flat elevation, but here we are. Cool. That was very cool. Great park. So now I think I'm done for the day. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. This has been EMiloBeckPark. Till next time, take that hill. Thank you.